Hey there and welcome. Today, we're going to unlock a secret that pretty much all of your favorite stories share. We're going to discover the hidden patterns that make all those movies and books you love so cool.
You know that feeling, right? When you're watching a movie or deep into a book and you think, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. Well, that's because you probably have. It turns out a lot of stories share the same kinds of ideas, characters, and plans. It's almost like they're all following a secret blueprint.
So in this first part, we're going to do exactly that. We are going to unlock that secret code, we'll learn the special name for this pattern, and figure out what it's all about.
Okay, so this secret pattern has a name. It's called an archetype. Now that word might sound a little fancy, but it's actually pretty simple. An archetype is just a pattern, like a certain type of character or a kind of place that we see over and over again in stories from all around the world. It's an idea our brains just seem to understand without even trying. A really good way to get it is to think of an archetype like a blueprint for a house or even a recipe for a cake. Storytellers use these patterns like recipes to build characters and worlds that feel familiar to us and make sense right away. It's a universal idea we all share.
All right, let's look at the most common place you'll see these patterns, the characters. I bet you're going to recognize some of these famous faces.
First up, we've got the two big ones, the hero and the villain. The hero, someone like Moana or Harry Potter, is that brave person who has to solve a huge problem. And of course, a hero needs a villain. The villain is the one causing all the trouble and always trying to stop the hero.
But hey, the hero never has to do it all by themselves, right? They almost always have a mentor. That's the wise guy like Dumbledore or Gandalf who gives them great advice. And they usually have a sidekick too, a super loyal friend like Donkey from Shrek who's got their back no matter what. These guys are key to helping the hero win.
So these patterns, they aren't just for characters. Nope, they also show up in the worlds where the stories take place and in the actual plan of the story itself, which we call the plot.
Let's look at a few. A setting like a forest? That's often an archetype for a place of mystery or maybe even danger. A castle can be a symbol of power and protection. And even the plot can be a pattern. Think about The Quest, a big journey to find something important. Or a rags to riches story, where someone starts with nothing and ends up a huge success.
Okay, so we know what these patterns are. But why? Why do writers use them so much? Well, this next part gets into the real secret of what makes these stories feel so great.
It really comes down to three big things. First, these patterns create an instant connection. Our brains already recognize them, so we can jump into the story that much faster. Second, they make a story feel meaningful. Because it's familiar, it feels more important to us. And third, they help writers show us really big ideas in a simple, understandable way.
And that right there is the key. A hero fighting a dragon isn't just about a fight. It's a story about courage. A sidekick telling a joke isn't just for laughs. It shows us what real friendship looks like. Archetypes help stories talk about the big stuff.
And just like that, you've learned the secret code. You are now officially a pattern spotter. This is like a new superpower for watching movies and reading books.
So, the next time you're watching a movie or reading a story, keep your eyes open. See if you can spot the hero, the mentor, or the quest they're on. Now that you know the code, you're going to start seeing these secret patterns everywhere.